What's up, guys? Alex from Protostar here, and I'm bringing you a quick tutorial about a bass that people use quite frequently in glitch hop, like for example KOAN sound and people like that. So I'll just give you an example here. You'll hear it after the drop. Okay, so well, if you're wondering, that's a track that I've just done the other day. It's still a work in progress, but I'll link it down below if you want. So if you couldn't hear it, I'll just solo it now. This is the sort of noise that you're going to be looking towards getting. It might not sound amazing at the moment, but with sub bass added and in context with everything else, you know, the glitchy drums and stuff, it sounds really nice. So that's the patch in general. I'll just make a fresh one. So what you want to do is this might look a bit different to you because I'm using 6.5, but you can use Reason 5, I think. I'm not sure about 4. But what you want to do is create a combinator, however you're going to do that. And then inside that, I want you to make a line mixer 6x2. So this is just so that you can route all the sounds and stuff if you want to like do some add some, you know, auxiliary sends and stuff like that. So then what you want to do is just make the beast of the sound, which is a Thor. And then you want to initialize this patch, or as they call it now, reset device in Reason 6.5. Then you want to turn all of these into multi-oscillators. This is what gives you the sort of basic sound, because what it is basically is a respace with a notch filter that you automate the position of the notch filter. That's all the sound is. So if you know how to make a respace, you pretty much got it down. So bypass this, make sure the filter envelope is all the way up and the decay and sustain, and then the release is down, and then the same with the amp envelope, but leave the release as it is. Get the key sync and the tempo sync down, put the rate to about 2/1, and then that's okay, leave it at that. Put the octave at 3, 3 and 4, and then tune this one about 25 left, this one about 25 right. Maybe put the amounts up a bit to about 40ish, maybe a bit less, not sure. And then play using your keyboard or whatever you use. That's a nice sort of sound you want. Now we want to add a bit of movement in there. So what we want to do is you want to get a state variable filter, put it to notch, and put the low pass, high pass to about 60. And then put the frequency down to about 143. Use shift if you on the PC, if you're on the PC and you want to get fine, like, you know, if you want to select fine values. Put the resonance up though, about 51 there, and then play. And that's a really nice sound. So then you want to go to source, go to LFO 1, and destination 1, filter 1, frequency, and then maybe put it to about 53. Okay, this will just like basically automate this to give it a bit of movement in the sound. That's what we want. It's really slow rate as well, so it's not too rapid. Then what you want to do is you'll want to saturate the sound quite a lot. So you want to add a scream for distortion. Where is that? This there. Put the damage to about 76. Put it to tape. And then you want that to be about 109. This one to be about 36, so bring it down a bit. Then you want to bring up the mids a bit. You want to bring up the mids to about 17. And then the lows to about 5, bring them down a bit. And the highs to about 9, so bring those down a bit. So, yeah, bring it up a bit. So that'll do. And then you want to put I think you put the scale all the way up. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. There's so many devices in this song. Okay. Yeah, okay. So it'll be type B, scales all the way up, resonance down, auto down, And then this is what you're getting. Nice saturated sound. Then after that, what you want to do is add a compressor just to squash the sound, bring out the lows a bit. So Studio Effects, or it might be different. Just get a M-class compressor out, drive it a bit, put the threshold down, and keep it at 4:1. Maybe put the output up a bit. But okay, that might be a bit too loud. You see, it's squashing it quite nicely. That might be a bit too hot. Maybe bring it down a bit more. Okay, so then what you want to do is make the sound a bit wider. So you go into Utilities, or no, where would it be? Studio Effects. Yep. Okay, you make a unison. So go grab a unison, and then this will just basically make it sound wider. But you don't want it to be completely wet, because that's just the pure unison signal. So you want to bring the dry wet down to maybe about 30. Just so you got a lot of the original sound. It sounds so much wider already. You can muck around with the detune if you want. You can just bring it up if you want a bit. But I left it at 16 and the detune around the same. And then this is the main part of the sound, like what gives you that characteristic sort of funk sound. So what you want to do is you go and make an equalizer, low cut it just so that you don't get any rumble. And then turn on parameter 1 or parameter 2, doesn't really matter. Put the Q to about 3.7 maybe-ish, like 4-ish or something. And then just bring the gain all the way down, and then you automate this. So what I did is I pressed Show Programmer, and then I clicked on MEQ6, and then assigned Rotary 1 to the parametric 1 frequency. So if I minimize these, you'll be able to see when I move this, it moves that. So then what you want to do is right-click Edit Automation. And then if I just grab... Wait, which one am I playing? Okay, we're playing Combinator 19, so I'll just grab some of these from the song. Where do I want them? Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted. I'll just grab these two. Let's loop this. Is that looped? Okay, looped. So what we got at the moment is just a pure sound, like no pitch bending or anything. You want to automate this as well, because this will give you a lot of characteristic. So then you can just play around. So I'll just copy over the pitch bending. So this, I added the pitch bending to like give it some flair and stuff. You don't really need that. And then what you want to do is like from the start to the end of the single note, what I normally like to do is I'll just go from top to bottom like this. It just gives it a nice sort of sweep, and then if I go on this one, I'll just bring it back up from bottom to top. But yeah, so you just muck around with the shapes and stuff. I figured my own sort of like nice little set of shapes that I liked that fitted with the song. So yeah, that's just the basic tutorial on the sound that KOAN sound use. Not exactly the same, but just like sort of like general basic glitch hoppy bass sort of sound rather than having a wobble. So I hope you guys found that tutorial quite useful. If you liked and want to see more, just subscribe up in the top left. I'm bringing out quite a few more tutorials, and then I can cover some other basses. For example, if you want me to cover this bass here. So yeah, I can cover that if you want, or my stabby sort of ghost synth here sounds quite nice. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like, all that kind of crap, and I'll see you in another tutorial. Goodbye.